Now on YouTube, it's time for some alternative commentary action with the Commenttary Hub.
There's headed by Marina, and it's 2-1 to Arsenal.
Look at that pass! Goal for Manchester City!
Takes this corner, whips it in, it's headed and it's a goal, and it's that man, Gabriel.
Liverpool have equalised. Lovely improvisational touch from Curtis Jones.
Oh, what a goal! Wow, take it out! Welcome along to the Commentary's coverage of the Community Shield between Crystal Palace and Liverpool this afternoon. I'm your match commentator, Russ Vernon, stepping in for the last minute to cover one of my colleagues, Paul James. Hope everyone is doing fantastically well on this Sunday afternoon. Kickoff is at 3 o'clock at Wembley Stadium as we get ready for kickoff in this big game today. Who will come out on top? Will it be the FA Cup winners, Crystal Palace, or will it be the Premier League champions, Liverpool? There is Steve Parish, Ian Rush, and I think he's a member of the Liverpool board, laying some wreaths in front of the Liverpool fans for Diego Jota and his brother Andre Silva, because today we will be having a minute's silence in memory of those two at the kick-off in this Community Shield encounter. Going to be a good game today. Should be a good game today in this one. Let's see who comes out on top. Should it end level after 90 minutes? I believe that there's no extra time in these matches. So the level after 90 minutes, we will have a penalty shootout for the game to see who comes out on top between Crystal Palace and Liverpool. The kickoff is very much fast approaching in this game as we get ready for kickoff. It's going to be a big game today. I can see it being a big game, and so it'll be interesting to see how this unfolds. And it'd be interesting to see who comes out on top in this game. I think from last year, it was a draw, it went straight to penalties. I believe this one will be the case as well, to see who comes out on top in this game. So in last year, so let's see who comes out on top in this game today. Will it be Liverpool or will it be Crystal Palace, I wonder? Very good to have you along with us for the game. We get ready for kick-off. Who will come out on top? Will it be the Eagles or will it be the Reds? We're playing in white today. There's the captain for Liverpool, Virgil van Dijk, who will be leading his team out very, very shortly. Behind Arsenal, there's Oliver Glasner, shaking hands with Virgil van Dijk, and a fist bump for the Liverpool goalkeeper, as there's Onslaught and Oliver Glasner having a chat with each other. There's Mark Gay, the Crystal Palace captain. He showed the hands of Liverpool boss Onslaught this evening. Well, this afternoon at the kick-off. The teams are in the tunnel as we watch the teams come out. Should be a big game today. We'll bring you the game in full and the trophy presentation for this game today as we watch this game unfold. Who will come out on top then as the teams emerge from the tunnel for this Community Shield encounter? Will it be Crystal Palace, the FA Cup holders, or will it be the Premier League holders, Liverpool, that comes out on top? Liverpool in their change strip of white today, and Crystal Palace in their home colours today. We'll also be playing of the national anthem at the kick-off as well. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes today as we get ready for kick-off. I've got to tell you about the match officials very, very shortly as well, as we get this game ready to get this game off and underway. Who will come out on top then? Will it be Crystal Palace or will it be Liverpool today? The handshakes going through. I think there's Clinton Morrison there from a Eagles striker, shaking hands with the Eagles players, grown players this is, and the mascots. Always good to see. And now he goes down and shakes the hands of the match officials, and then on to Virgil van Dijk and Arnold Slot and the Liverpool team. We'll give you the teams very, very soon as we just see the pre-match handshakes there with the Liverpool players and fans and mascots as they're shaking hands with the dignitaries, including Ian Rush, a former Liverpool player there is Ian Rush, and what a player he was back in the day. I remember seeing videos of him playing. Some of those orders to watch him live playing or commentate on him playing. Big game this one today, should be a good one. Who will come out on top then? Will it be Liverpool or Crystal Palace? Crystal Palace in the Community Shield. Who's going to come out on top as the stadium get ready to give you the national anthems? Inside the stadium, the national anthem of England, of the UK, is being sung right now. But what I'll do, I'll give you the match officials for this game. We've got Chris Kavanagh as the man in the middle, assisted by James Mannering and Wade Smith. Johnny Harrington, the fourth official. And yes, today we've got VAR technology, which will have Paul Tierney and Nicholas Upton in Stockley Park for this game today for the VAR assessment. Should be a good one. Hopefully we won't need Paul Tierney and Nicholas Upton as the players now go through the handshakes with the opposition and the coaching staff. So our first job of the day right now is to bring you the team news, starting off with Crystal Palace. We'll line up with Dean Henderson in goal, Chris Richards, Maxime Leclerc, Mark Gay across the back, Daniel Munoz, Adam Wharton, Daichi Kamada and Terry Mitchell in midfield, Ismail Assar, Jean-Philippe Mateta and Eze in the attack for the Eagles. On the bench, Benitez, Lerma, Klein, Hughes, Esse, Edward, Sosa, Devene and Solomon Cardings as well. Some youngsters there. Look, as Palace will play a 3-4-3 formation, as you can see on the screen just there. And they're managed, as I said, by Oliver Glasner. In a moment, we'll take a look at the Liverpool side. We've got just a 3-4-2-1 formation where it looks like the TV is going down as a 3-4-3 for Crystal Palace. Let's have a look at the Liverpool side then. They landed with Alisson in goal, Frimpong, Canate, Van Dijk and Kirkes across the back. Jones and Szoboszlai in the midfield. Further front is Mo Salah, Florian Wirtz and Cody Gakpo, with Hugo Ekitike leading the line. Some of signings in the side today: Frimpong, Kirkes, Wirtz and Ekitike, all in the starting lineup for Liverpool. The bench is Amilashvili, Endo, McAllister, Chiesa, Elliott, Robertson, Nione, Dope and Ngoma. Big game this one then. Who will come out on top? It's Crystal Palace against Liverpool in the Community Shield. The game is taking place at Wembley Stadium. Kick off very much fast approaching as we get ready to get this game off and underway. Eze, 14 goals and 12 assists last season. He's going to be a big player today for Crystal Palace, I would have to say. And I think a lot of people would probably agree with that statement there too. We'll keep you up to date. We'll let you know what's the next game after this one is coming up. And we bring you the curtain raiser to the Premier League starting next weekend. Premier League's back on Friday. This is a curtain raiser, but we're going to pause now as we remember Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. Impeccably observed the minute silence there for the game, for the remembrance of Diogo Jota and his brother Andre Silva. May they rest in peace. Sadly, passed away during the summer. They'll never be forgotten. Right then, Liverpool man head coach Onslaught. Listen to new faces. Oliver Glasner. Likewise, especially if not just yet anyway, they're looking to just there for Crystal Palace. Chris Kavanagh, the match referee, and he'll be getting this game off and underway very, very shortly. Who will come out on top in this Community Shield? Will it be Crystal Palace or Liverpool? It'll be Crystal Palace to get the game off and underway, which we are underway now. The Palace attacking the ball away to my right hand side in their own colours. Liverpool kicking the opposite way as we're underway in this game there this afternoon. Now we're just going to quickly change on the scoreboard. We've got it the wrong way round, so I'm just going to quickly change you that on the scoreboard there. We did initially pull Liverpool as the home team on our graphic there, so we'll just quickly change that around for you. So there we go, we've just quickly changed that around there. We last minute changes to the nominated home side and away side for the game. We did have it down as Palace were going to be the nominated home side and Liverpool were going to be the nominated away side, but we changed it to the last minute in the pre. So there we go. We've now got the kick-off, the clock in the correct colours on the scoreboard, and the correct teams in the correct positions as well. We're underway in the game between Liverpool and Crystal Palace and Liverpool for this Community Shield, and Liverpool just have the ball with Kirkes on this near side as the Palace Ultras behind the goal, which is occupied by Dean Henderson, is making a lot of noise so far in this game between Crystal Palace and Liverpool today. Who will come out on top then? As we watch this game unfold, with a ball over the top to that far side, it's brought down well by Mohamed Salah. Up against Terry Mitchell, he knocks it back to Frimpong, who gets it back to Konate, into Curtis Jones, back into Virgil van Dijk, back into Curtis Jones again. Back with Konate, goes back to Alisson, who finds Virgil van Dijk. Ball is hit over the top, looking for the win of Cody Gakpo there, and Gakpo brings it down well up against Richards and Muniz. Here's a TK back to Gakpo, now into Szoboszlai, who's move from the defensive midfield position. Here's Kirkes back into Szoboszlai once more. Virgil van Dijk into, remember, Canate, just inside the Crystal Palace half of the field. Now Curtis Jones, just a couple of yards in front of Virgil van Dijk. And now it's to Kirkes, back to Jones again. Kirkes once more. And back now to Virgil van Dijk. Back to Alisson. All in black today is Alisson. Henderson all in green. Well, it's a great colour kit for Alisson. I'm going to say because the officials are in black. The referee and his assistants. Here's Wirtz now into Kirkes, onto Gakpo. Gakpo cuts in field, feeding Florian Wirtz, the new signing, into another new signing, Hugo Ekitike. Back to Florian Wirtz, Ekitike again on the edge of penalty. Ekitike shots! And Ekitike scores! And Liverpool take the lead. Hugo Ekitike has given Liverpool the lead inside 4 minutes. And Liverpool have started well in this Community Shield. Liverpool have started well and they deserve to be in front. They're the team who started the brighter. They're the team who deserves to be in front in this game. And Hugo Ekitike with the first goal of the new season on 4 minutes. Well, worked here. Florian Wirtz, knee 1-2 with Hugo Ekitike, striking between Kamada and Richards. Between them both, through the legs of Kamada and into the bottom corner beyond Dean Henderson, who had no chance. And Liverpool, through Hugo Ekitike, lead at Wembley Stadium by 1-0. And what a start this has been for the Reds of Liverpool. 4 minutes on the clock when Hugo Ekitike fired home to give Onslaught's side a 1-goal lead. In this game today, who will Liverpool remain on top, or will Crystal Palace come back in the end? Is Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 1 as the ball into Cody Gakpo. Szoboszlai back to Gakpo, and Gakpo still going. Cody Gakpo inside the penalty area, just by Munoz, who gets the ball away. And he's now picked up here by Ibrahima Konate on halfway for Liverpool. Infield to Virgil van Dijk, and now wide now to Florian Wirtz. It's Szoboszlai. And then to Cody Gakpo in towards the penalty on the left hand side. Gakpo still going, twisting, turning. Gets it back to Milos Kirkes. Kirkes with the ball and looking for Hugo Ekitike inside the penalty area. Kirkes wins the header again up against Sarr. Now Munoz brings the ball away for Palace. Control there into Wharton, who sends this ball forward. Van Dijk intercepts on this first Kamada. Now Eze being wanted by Arsenal. Gay across there to Richards. There was Lacroix to Richards, sorry. Which is Eze now, and there's Lacroix again. Maxime Lacroix. A bit of movement here as Liverpool look to keep Palace, who's ragged in the back. Ekitike closing down. Lacroix gets the ball away. Wharton sends the ball forward for Sarr. Sarr can't get the ball forward. He breaks for Konate. And now wide now from Wirtz to Frimpong, who's on the overlap here at Salah. Frimpong back in towards Salah. Ekitike around the corner looking for Salah into the arms, grateful arms of Dean Henderson in the Crystal Palace goal there. And Onslaught's side, brilliant, perfect start and wonderful start in the end. There remains Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 1. If you're just tuning into us here in the Community Shield. It's now a free kick to Crystal Palace, which they've taken quickly. And here's Eze. Away to Richards on this near side. Back into Leclerc. Towards the centre circle. Inside the centre circle now with a crossfield pass looking to that far side when Terry Mitchell was out there. Breaks the edge of the Liverpool penalty area. Comes back to Wharton from inside the Liverpool half of the field. He gets this ball out to this near side the right, and Munoz just controls well and knocks it in field there to Leclerc. Now Mark Gay wanted by Liverpool. Here's Mark Gaze. As is wanted by Arsenal. So it'll be interesting if Palace can keep hold of those two players. And the ball is out of play for throw to Liverpool. It's off and it's gone. Here remains Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 1. If you're just tuning into us here on the commentary, just to let you know, the match commentator for this game today is myself, Russ Vernon. As we watch this game unfold, in the game is Crystal Palace 0, Liverpool 1, and there will be a long throw into the penalty area, which is one inside the penalty area by Leclerc. But Liverpool get the ball clear on as far as Mitchell, who can come forward again. And Kamada now, Reggie Kamada, good work from Kamada. Goes outside the penalty area, referee says corner. No penalty given. And that was a correct decision there, and well played in the end by Crystal Palace, who have defended this one really, really well in the end, you've got to say. They've defended it really, really well, and when you look at it, where Crystal Palace are playing, they are playing some really good football here. And Liverpool are leading by a goal to nil thanks to Hugo Ekitike early on in this game. 4 minutes it was when that goal went in, and now Liverpool can come away with possession. And what a ball this is. It breaks off into centre circle as Leclerc gets back, as to just go into Eze, who can come forward and goes down on the challenge there of Ibrahima Kanate, and a free kick has been given to Crystal Palace, pushing the back on Eze, resulting in the game's first free kick for Crystal Palace in middle of the park. Well, a couple of yards away from the midway side of the Liverpool half of the park, should I say. If you're tuning into us for the very first time today, thank you very much for doing so. It's myself, Russ Vernon, standing in for Paul James, who pulled out at the last minute due to personal reasons. We'll have him back on the channel very soon. As we watch this game unfold between Crystal Palace and Liverpool. Crystal Palace with a free kick, Eze standing over this one. It's too far out to have a shot here, I would have to say. So I think he'll probably pull this ball into the penalty where there's Munoz, Leclerc, Richards, Mateta all in there. So on the edge of the penalty area, Kamada on this side, Wharton on the far side. Is Mitchell plays it to Eze, lines up a strike, takes a deflection behind for a corner. That's a decent work that from Crystal Palace to get a strike in there, and you've got to say that Eze with the strike there takes a deflection off of Szoboszlai and goes behind, but the free kick that was taken was absolutely fantastic. No one picked up the one of Mitchell, who came up, just tapped it and saw it onto it and fired it, which saw a deflect off Szoboszlai behind for a corner. Eze with the corner towards the penalty area, anyway to Wharton, who draws the ball back in. Liverpool just defending well there. There's Kamada back in towards the penalty area. Van Dijk is there. Verts gets the ball clear up towards Mo Salah. Mitchell was there. Wharton over his head, but the flag is up through offside. You've got Ekitike there. As we just watch this play again, this is the goal. It was brilliant ball into Hugo Ekitike, and then he just uses the gap between Munoz between Richards and Kamara, should I say, through the legs of Daichi Kamara in the end. And as you see from here, through the legs, and he just used that there to make sure that Henderson couldn't see him. Then a shot just went into the back of the net there. As it breaks now. Good bit of movement from Florian Wirtz, end of the way by Kirk, by Walton initially. Kirk is it forward. Sabozla sends it forward. Mitchell sends it forward. Canate heads it forward. Walton brings it down and loses out to Wirtz. Liverpool lose possession again and the ball over the top. Here's Frimpong, gets the ball away to Ekatike onto Wirtz. And now he's got Salah away. Mo Salah's onside. Throws a penalty for Mo Salah. Wirtz. Gakpo! Saved by Henderson, brilliantly. And the flag's up now for offside. Oh my word, what a brilliant move. Decent effort in the end. A good finish. Got a Gakpo with the shot. After Ekatike's touch in. I think Ekatike didn't touch it. And gone through to Gakpo. It would have been onside. He's just offside after that touch there. Henderson with the save. He didn't know that it was offside. So he had to block that save there. And decent save there from the England international shot stopper. Trying to force his way back into the number one spot under Thomas Tuchel. His number one is John Pickford. He's trying to wrestle Pickford off of that number one shirt. As Mateta's through on goal. Jean-Philippe Mateta goes down under the challenge of Alisson. Alisson won the ball. It was a fair challenge. So now, So goes down. And it's a penalty for Crystal Palace. Ismaila Sarr goes down inside the penalty area, and Crystal Palace have a chance on 15 minutes to level things. Big chance for Crystal Palace to level things in the Community Shield. And Sarr went down under the challenge. I think it was off Van Dijk inside the penalty area. I can tell you that VAR are just checking this spot kick. So VAR are currently checking the penalty decision. The award of the penalty. And the referee, the VAR has checked it, and the result is a penalty kick for Crystal Palace. Will there be a goal here for Crystal Palace? Mateta standing over this ball. Jean-Philippe Mateta. 1-1. And Crystal Palace are back in this game. Jean-Philippe Mateta from the penalty spot. Levels things for Crystal Palace. And he sends Alisson the wrong way. Cool, calm, personified from the spot. And Crystal Palace are back level on 16 minutes. And it's now 1-1 in the Community Shield. Liverpool is going down on 17 minutes of goal time down for Crystal Palace. But Crystal Palace are back level. That's all that matters. Crystal Palace are level. If you can do us a favour while you're here and listening to our coverage, that's the latest score from Wembley Stadium. If you could do us a massive favour, please like and subscribe to the channels that you're hearing it on. And also like and subscribe to our partner channel, to our friends at JB Sports and Focus on Football as well, our friends over there. If you could subscribe to all of those channels, please. You can see on your screen right now. It would be very much appreciated for everyone, by everyone here with the Commentary Hub. If you could give us a subscription, as Crystal Palace are coming forward. They now got the tails up. Munoz with the ball in. Claims by Allison. Well, that's the channels you need to subscribe to. Going across the bottom of your screen. And if you're listening to us here on the Commentary Hub tonight, please, or Storm FM, please go subscribe to our friends at Focus on Football and JB Sports. I'm going to search for Commentary Hub 2 as well. I'm going to give them a subscription. Today's player of the match will be sponsored by Football Live as we get ready for that, as Crystal Palace come forward again. Here's Munoz with a chance to level things here with the ball into the penalty. To get back in front, to get in front for the first time, should I say, for Palace. Ball back across by Mitchell, I think, coming into that post. But Crystal Palace, they're starting to get back, they're starting to get into this game now, getting some good crossing positions. And that ball across, back across by Mitchell, didn't have the desired effect for Liverpool. It remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 1. If you just run into us here this afternoon, Russ Vernon, your man, bringing you the game, stepping in for Paul James at the last moment, or technical issues. As here's the Bosley into Kirkes, who can charge forward. Milos Kirkes can come forward here in this game. And now is Frimpong. Ball into the penalty area. Oh my word, it's gone in! Jeremy Frimpong has scored! I was just about to say it's gone over everybody. But Jeremy Frimpong has just put Liverpool 2-1 up here. And Liverpool in front again on 21 minutes. Jeremy Frimpong with the goal. And Liverpool all back into the lead. I was about to say good cross into the penalty. Got too much on it, but the cross beat the goalkeeper. In the end, as you just see from here, the chip ball in towards the back post, too much on that for Salah, and it goes into the back post. And on 21 minutes, Liverpool are back level. I should say back in front against Crystal Palace. And now Liverpool are winning 2 goals to 1 in the Community Shield. And Liverpool are well in control, back in control now in this whole line. But Crystal Palace had a chance of getting from Mitchell on the other end. That goal there for Liverpool may not come around because it's been a different ball game. But what a game this has been so far. Fantastic game to watch here as the Liverpool back in front in this Community Shield. There's been goals in this game, but shouldn't we end level at the end of 90 minutes? We will have penalty kicks in this game. What a game we are bringing you today at Wembley Stadium. Is Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 As here's Cody Gakpo now charging forward for Liverpool. The ball will come away with possession. You know, here's Eze. If we run from Eze, tidied up well there. And the ball is cleared away. Downfield it goes. Headed out wide by Mateta to Kamara. Now Mitchell. Wharton. Back he goes to Lacroix. Giving the ball away as he looks to pick out. Salah, I believe it was. Now here's Mo Salah back towards Frimpong, who is challenged by Eze. Frimpong has possession. Mitchell there. And he's enough up against Frimpong. And he goes down. Just Mitchell wins a free kick. Jeremy Frimpong there. Really bit of play from Mo Salah. You've got to look at this. Frimpong there does really, really well. And Mitchell won the ball back, but then didn't touch the ball there, Frimpong. But this is the goal again. And it was like a chip towards the back post. And somehow it went in. Richards was looking across, waiting for the ball to come down so he could clear it away. He turned his head to look where he was, and he was in the back of the net. As we have stopped here for a drinks break, while Eze is down, receiving a bit of treatment. 24 minutes on the clock, and it's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. In this game, and Liverpool players and the Palace players having a cooling break. In this game, as we watch on, what a game this has been so far. Good goals. Well, the second one for Liverpool, in my opinion, was a cross. But John Philip Mateta took the penalty away well, and Uwe Katike finished his effort off well. We'll have to wait to see whether we get the thoughts of Jeremy Frimpong after the game, and whether it was a cross or whether it was a shot from the Liverpool fullback. Here's Munoz now for Crystal Palace, back on the way after the injury to Eze in the drinks break. Water with the ball in, claimed by Alisson. Eze back on the field of play as well. So Palace back up to their nominated 11 players. 11 insiders, we've got Konate down here for Liverpool. And we need the physios coming on for Konate, who has a there. No, he's just got the physios on here. Alisson went to get his water so he could put it on his eye. There's something wrong with his eye there. I remember Konate. I don't know what he's signaling to me to say that you've done it, but I don't know. I didn't see anything untoward. As may have to bring off. Only one player who could potentially would have to come on, or see come on, would be potentially Andy Robertson, who's played left back in this pre-season. Daichi Kamada is down here for Crystal Palace. It looks like Kamada may have to come off, because Will Hughes is getting ready to come on here. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 if you're just tuning into us here. It's Daichi Kamada has the physio coming on to attend to him now. And if Palace lose Kamada in that midfield, you've got a good replacement in Hughes, but I've got to say that Kamada has been, well, last season in my opinion was one of the top Crystal Palace players when he featured, but Hughes is a top player as well. I think it was slots straight into the side quite well, if I'm being honest, and that's what you want from a commentator, to be honest. And I've got to say that Liverpool have done well so far in this game. Palace have done well too, but it's Liverpool who lead thanks to Hugo Ekitike and Jeremy Frimpong. If you're just tuning into us here on the channel, game taking place at Wembley Stadium today, as Will Hughes is on for Daichi Kamada, confirmation of that sub there. I'll bring it to you on your screens as well. Underneath the scoreboard, you'll see the substitution there. 18 Kamada, 19 Hughes. As we watch this game unfold, will we see any more goals in this game? Because it's been a good match so far, 29 minutes on the clock. It remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. If you're just tuning into us here, all the commentary, Russ Vernon getting you through the action as it's Milos Kerkez. Ball into Dominic Szoboszlai for Liverpool. Forward into Ekitike. You've got Ekitike, that is. Curtis Jones back to Dominic Szoboszlai. There's a ball looking for Cody Gakpo's onside. Gakpo does well. Ball back to Dominic Szoboszlai. Ball in towards Jeremy Frimpong on the back post. Frimpong pulls it back to Florian Wirtz, who can't take it under his spell of a shooting opportunity. It comes to Milos Kerkez, the former Bournemouth man who joined Liverpool this summer. Because Tsimikas going to repose this, considering his options, having seen him jump down the pecking order even further following the arrival of Kerkez, which saw the arrival of Andy Robertson become second in command. And Kostas Tsimikas now down to third. We've been reported looking to get a way out of Liverpool, potentially. Canate is okay to continue, by the way. He's just needed a bit of cold water on his eye just to get it working again after being caught in the eye by Mateta accidentally at Mukstad. We're towards 31 minutes on clock. It's still Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 if you're just tuning to us here on the Commenttary Hub. And now here comes Milos Kerkez. In this game forward as we bring you the curtain raiser to the Premier League season. The Football League season is already underway. Premier League starts on Friday night. Liverpool against Bournemouth. We just see if Liverpool win this today, how well they will do this upcoming season. No Luis Diaz, no Darwin Núñez now in Liverpool. They've both joined Bayern Munich and also Al Hilal, respectively. Milos Kerkez with a throw for Liverpool. Versus looking for the ball. Kerkez, if you're not careful, will probably pick up the booking here. Takes it to Gakpo, goes down. He's wanting a free kick. Referee says no as he picks up possession. Ball over the top looking for Mateta. Saw there too. He breaks to this near side. Munoz does well. Can't keep the ball in play. Kerkez with the throw for Liverpool. He moves back to where the ball went out of play. And he throws it back to Curtis Jones. And Liverpool keep possession and go on with the game quickly. It's still Liverpool who lead by 2-1 if you're just joining us. Goals from Hugo Ekitike on 4 minutes. Jeremy Frimpong on 21. Even in between that, there were a penalty to Crystal Palace, which was scored by Jean-Philippe Mateta on 17 minutes. And the score, as you can see on your screens, reads Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2, taking place this game at Wembley Stadium. If you can, please like and subscribe to the channel. Very much appreciated if you are able to do that. Ball is it forward towards the penalty areas, cleared away. As Crystal Palace will look to come forward. And here's Sarr breaking into the edge of the penalty area again. Still going Sarr, edge of the box now. Towards Munoz, giving away to Gakpo, was bang there defending. Verse sends the ball forward for Ekitike. And Hugo Ekitike is charging forward. Costing field, Hugo Ekitike. Cody Gakpo turns his man, which is Hughes. All right to Mo Salah. Just forced him a bit too wide there for Salah's liking. Back to Jeremy Frimpong, the score of the second goal for Liverpool. After Hugo Ekitike up on the scoring. Mateta equalised and then Frimpong scored with a rot, I would have to say, but he went in and they all count. Here is Ibrahima Konate. Good ball into Virgil van Dijk. Konate again, back to Van Dijk inside the centre circle, inside the Crystal Palace, off of the field. Crossfield pass was his left hand side, and Cody Gakpo left in front of the penalty area. Was Stanley left hand. Munoz stuck to him, and we're now for a throw. We'll now be with Kirkes coming up to take this throw in. One left back in front of the Crystal Palace fans. Palace fans clapping their team as they've given good account of themselves so far. Alderman Glasgow just having a chat with his coaching staff there. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. Kirkes will launch this ball into the penalty area. Flicked on by Virgil van Dijk. Crystal Palace get away. Frimpong getting back in towards Salah. And Palace will pick up possession with Mitchell. And he sends the ball forward. It goes out of play for a throw to Crystal Palace, which Mitchell will look to take. And Mitchell will look to take it. If he's not careful, he'll have to hurry up and will. It's into Eze this time though. And what a ball bites from Eze. If Munoz can get there and keep the ball in play. He can, Daniel Munoz. Good work here, Munoz. Crossfield towards the back post. Eze's in there, the shot comes in. I think Hughes was in there and got the strike away. Which just over the top of the crossbar there. Well, good play again. And it remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. In this game. What a game we've had so far. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2, if you're just tuning into us here. On the commentary, Russ Vernon guiding you through the action as we bring you this live match today from the Community Shield between Crystal Palace and Liverpool. As Szoboszlai can't bring the ball away. Now, what a ball. This is over the top for Palace, but no one was there able to chase it down. And Kirkes allowed it to go back. Charles now finds aforementioned Kirkes in field to Virgil van Dijk's walking pace for Liverpool at the moment. This is no challenge on them. Van Dijk has possession into Kirkes. A bit of movement here from Milos Kirkes, who can send this ball. Well, here's Jones. Back it goes to Van Dijk into Kirkes once more. Jones again. No, it's Van Dijk that time. Back to Alisson, who sends the ball out to that far side, looking for Mo Salah. It breaks here for Will Hughes inside the centre circle. Back now to Richards. Crossfield pass to Mitchell. Chests it down well. Over halfway now, Mitchell. Turns back. Goes back to Margate. Across to Lacroix. And now here is Richards. Richards is coming forward. Good ball over the top here. It's cut out in the end and remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. If you're just joining us here on the commentary of Russ Vernon, getting through the actions, the ball over the top there, that's just an offside, I believe. Ball run through to Alisson, so the play was able to continue there. Frimpong drops the ball back here now to Canate. Now Van Dijk into Milos Kerkez. Kerkez with the ball forward down the line to Cody Gakpo. Gakpo holds up. Level the flag was up against him. An offside call given. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 if you're just tuning into us right now. Just a reminder of the goal scorers for you on your screen right now. John Fulham, Crystal Palace. Liverpool's going on 4. Jeremy Frimpong on 21 minutes. Then remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 here in the game this afternoon. The ball is now with a free kick to Crystal Palace. At half time, I will tell you what our next game we've got coming up on the channel is and when that will be, as well during our before we go for our break. So I'll be back on your airwaves next weekend with the opening round of the Premier League action. Crystal Palace against Liverpool. Is now Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. If you're just tuning into us, and we'll be some Premier League action next week. Liverpool in action next weekend is on the Friday night. Crystal Palace on the Saturday, I believe. I'll just double check for you and just clarify that for you. With Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. If you're just tuning into us this afternoon, thank you very much for doing so. We're spending your man on the commentary today, stepping in for technical issues for Paul James. While those technical issues, Crystal Palace play next Sunday afternoon away to Chelsea. Man United Arsenal next weekend. We'll bring you that one, and there's Nottingham Forest versus Brentford. I'll be covering 2 of the games next week. One at 2 o'clock, one at 4, and the 4:30 game between Arsenal and Man United. Well, Man United Arsenal will bring you that one, but we'll also bring you the scores from the other matches as well as the ball goes out of play. Barre throwing. And it remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 if you're just tuning into us right now as the ball is flicked on here. Liverpool can't get the ball away. Canate cross there. Salvage closing down Florian Wirtz. Canate, good footwork and a good ball over the top for Hugo Ekitike to chase. Henderson's out of the penalty area to clear it away for Crystal Palace. So Bosley heads it down for Wirtz. Across to Frimpong. Wirtz can't get there from Frimpong's pass. Base for Canate into Kerkez. And now Van Dijk. Wirtz turns away. So Bosley back to Wirtz again. We'll play this. You'll go TK. We'll control it towards Florian Wirtz. Is cleared away by Crystal Palace. Defending back there. I think that was Richards with the ball away. Here comes Virgil van Dijk for Liverpool. Wirtz. Szoboszlai. And now here's Mateta, who goes under the change of Canate. Canate says no, and the referee brandishes a yellow card there for Liverpool's number 5. Ibrahima Canate goes into the referee's notebook there. It remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 if you're just tuning into us here on the commentary, also live on Storm FM and also my very own personal Twitch channel this afternoon. If you're listening on Twitch, by the way, guys, and you're about to head out and you want to say, right, I want to continue listening to the Crystal Palace Liverpool game, I don't want to listen to the mainstream radio, I want to continue listening to the Commenttary Hub's coverage. I'll tell you how to do that next time we get the ball out of play or stoppage in play, or to tell you about how you can do that. Now, as we're into the final, towards the final 90 seconds or so, it's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 as the ball is hit forward by Alisson. Yeah, with the header there, but the offside flag was up. Came off an offside position. There's James Mannerin. Also watching on there with you as we bring you this Community Shield. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. Keep you bang up to date with everything that's happening this afternoon. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 if you're just tuning into us today. Into the final minute or so of the first half as Ekatike tries to get away from Richards. Richards is pulling him all over. Ball goes out of play for a throw into Liverpool. Gakpo's there. He'll take it quickly to Kirkes as Liverpool will try and keep the ball just before we go to half time. Ball up and away. And remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 as we watch this game unfold. As we'll very, very soon see how many minutes of stoppage time will be added on by the fourth official, who will get ready to put his board up any second now as we're just going into stoppage time. Verts has picked up a yellow card, which we'll confirm on our screens in a moment. So Florian Wirtz and Ibra McCann, they're both in the book now. As we have entered stoppage time at the end of this first period, and we have got a minimum of 7 minutes at a time. 7 minutes at a time in this game. He's now back there with the ball hit forward. The man goes down there, referee says free kick. Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 if you're just tuning into us. As there's a push on Ekatike, brings down Richards with him. Crystal Palace got that free kick though. We played just over a minute of the first period. Liverpool leading by 2 goals to 1 win to 7 minutes of stoppage time at the end of this first half as Munoz moves the ball across. As Saul goes outside the penalty area. He wants to turn that ball in. Referee said no. We're sure again, causing Liverpool all sort of problems. Munoz with the ball in again. He's putting some dangerous crosses in from this right hand side. And Saw, is he fouled here? Ishmael Saw? Let's have a look. I think he is. Because you see, I've just noticed on the replay there, you see that Canate limped away from that challenge. It remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. If you're just showing into us here this afternoon, they start heading the ball forward for Mateta. We'll look to try and get his second and Palace's second goal of the game before half time. It remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 if you're just tuning into us here this afternoon. We're spending you through the action. Headed away there by Richards, and the ball's over the top Mateta's in behind. John Philip Mateta drags the shot wide in the end there. Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. As we watch this game move forward, and then you can see that there's 3 of them offside there for Crystal Palace, and the ref and the linesman pull the flag up straight away. Good to see that, actually. You can clearly see the offside, pull the flag up straight away. If it's tight, I don't mind leaving it if he's thinking, I'm not sure, but if it's like that clear cut offside, pull your flag up straight away, is what I would always have to say. Liverpool with Ekitike inside the down. Tierra trying to get to third before half time. Here's Frimpong. Will he try and do similar to what he did for his goal? There's Ekitike, bad though to Curtis Jones. Now Virgil van Dijk. Inside the centre circle for Kerkez. Now Wirtz. Florian Wirtz. Does well to win inside the throw-in. Challenge by Munoz it was. Brilliant challenge from Munoz. Almost played 4 minutes of the first half stoppage time. And it remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. Here's Florian Wirtz. Will he line up a strike to potentially go on the score sheet as well? Wirtz the crossing towards the Bosnia. Back to Florian Wirtz again. His ball in towards Frimpong. Frimpong with the effort into the Crystal Palace fans behind that goal. Away to my left hand side. Just looking at it again, and it was eye wide and not so handsome. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. We're almost at the end of the first period in this game. See what happens in the Championship today. Leicester's taking on Sheffield Wednesday. Here is Wharton. The Palace towards Munoz, who can't get there initially. And it's no more. They come to him with Gappo. He's charging over halfway now, but this is a wonderful run from Cody Gappo. Good ball by Allison to send Gappo away. Slowed up a bit. So he has to go back to Kerkez, and now Van Dijk into Jones. Now Frimpong. The ball into Salah. Back round the corner to Frimpong again. Good play from Salah. And Frimpong linking up well early on. Those stood down right hand side for Liverpool. There could be a partnership to be reckoned with. It remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. Lena Rock's coming up next week on the channel for the first 2 o'clock kick-off. Game in the Premier League next Sunday afternoon. We'll bring you both games on a Sunday afternoon. We're going to see Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. Final minute of the first period. There's Kerkez charges forward. Milos Kerkez out wide to Cody Gappo. Gappo runs across to Florian Wirtz. We've got Ekitike. Florian Wirtz can't get back to Ekitike this time though. Mateta gets it to Eze. One last chance for Palace maybe to get a goal back. Eze holds up the play to use. Lacroix now. Richards. Maxime Lacroix again. It remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. If you're just tuning into us this afternoon, we're Sven and Gania through the action. And he's now with Munoz with the crossing towards the penalty area. Breaks for Eze. R1 to Mitchell. Back it goes. Ball is with Will Hughes. Last chance for Palace, maybe before half time. Munoz with the cross in. Eze's round, Mitchell's round the back. Can't get there as there is the half time whistle. At the end of the first period, Liverpool leading by 2 goals to 1 at half time. Goals, as you can see on your screen, coming from Hugo Ekitike and Jeremy Frimpong. with Jean-Philippe Mateta scoring the goal for Crystal Palace. And then we have it to half-time. Crystal Palace trailing Liverpool by 2-1, should I say. Mateta with the goal for Crystal Palace. Ekitike and Frimpong on target for Liverpool. Just before we go for our break, we'll let you know what the next game up on the channel is, and it's going to be next Sunday afternoon at 2 p.m. And the City ground is Nottingham Forest versus Brentford in the Premier League at the City ground. As you can see there on the screen, the City ground is on the screens there. Behind that, next up, graphic on your screens, you can see. And that's what we've got next up on the channel. What a game we've got coming up next Sunday in the first of our two offering from the Premier League next Sunday. Well then, we're just going to go for a break now. Well, it's half time in the Community Shield. It is Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. Join me in around about 15 minutes time for the start of the second half of this Community Shield encounter. Welcome back to the second half coverage of the game between Crystal Palace and Liverpool. Crystal Palace trail by 2 goals to against Liverpool, with Crystal Palace going behind on 4 minutes. Hugo Ekitike before John Mateta equalised is on 17 minutes. This goal was from the penalty spot after Ismail Assar was fouled inside the penalty area. And on 21 minutes, new Liverpool signing Jeremy Frimpong scored on 21 minutes. So 2 debutants on the target for Liverpool in that first half, who will come out on top in the second half as we get ready for kick-off in the second half, as we see who will come out on top. Will it be Crystal Palace or will it be Liverpool in the second period, as we are about to get this second half back off and underway? Then who will come out on top? Will it be Crystal Palace or will it be Liverpool, as we're back off and underway in the second half in the game at Wembley Stadium? Crystal Palace against Liverpool. We're back underway for the start of the second half. We'll run you through the 2 teams in just a moment. There's your commentator for this game, myself, Russ Vernon, as we will bring you this game. Today's Liverpool on the attack for transfer third. Gakpo is shot blocked. And Munoz back to Gakpo. Kirkis with the cross. Ekitike with the head. Goes wide of the target, and good start to the second half. Here now, let's bring you the 2 sides in a moment. After we just watch this again, see if he goes out for a corner. Liverpool claiming a corner. Does he go out for a corner? PK may have just been offside. Come off Gay though. But I think the flag may have been up for offside against Hugo Ekitike. And indeed it has. Let's bring you through the 2 sides then at the start of the second half, as we bring you the start of the second half in what's been a game of football so far between the 2 sides, as Liverpool just with possession and the ball. Will bring you the 2 sides for you in just a second after watch this attack from Liverpool, but they was to tidy up as Henderson, now wearing a cap, shielding the sun from his eyes in that goal, plays away for Hughes, who came on for Kamada in that first half. There has been some other scores, games taking place there in the Scottish Premiership. Celtic beat Aberdeen by 2-0 earlier. Into the second half, it's Dundee United 2, Hearts 1, and Hibernian 2, Kilmarnock 2. Then he scores Harper's 4 kick-off in the UK for Leicester City against Sheffield Wednesday from the Championship. Here is Mohamed Salah for Liverpool. Good ball into Jeremy Frimpong. Back to Mohamed Salah. Now back it goes to Curtis Jones. He 1-2 with Florian Wirtz. Salah into Wirtz. Back to Salah. Salah towards the penalty area. Still going more Salah. But it's pulled behind for a corner kick to Liverpool. Came off of Tyler Mitchell last. Just when the Crystal Palace side is Henderson in goal. Richards, Lacroix and Gay across the back. Munoz, Wharton, Kamada, who was took off and replaced by Will Hughes. So it's Munoz, Wharton, Hughes and Mitchell. Saw Eze either side of Jean-Philippe Mateta. Moving for the Liverpool side after this Liverpool corner, which Florian Wirtz will take for the Reds. Decent corner from Wirtz this time. It was 6-yard box, headed away by Richards. Uses it away to Eze. Eze, ball over the top. No foul there. So a man went down. In fact, I think the referee has brought it back for a foul. Now for Liverpool, then it's Alisson in goal. Frimpong, Canate, Van Dijk, and Kirkes across the back. A midfield of Jones and Szoboszlai. Verts, who's playing in the 10, and leading the line is the new signing, Hugo Ekitike. In this game, and it's now 2-1-2 Liverpool, and we've played 4 minutes of the second half. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. If you're just tuning into us this afternoon, we're spending getting through the action. Standing in for Paul James, who had technical problems just before we were about to go on air. I'll be back on your airwaves next week. We'll bring you the Premier League game between Nottingham Forest and Brentford. Is the next game up here on the Commenttary Hub. 2 o'clock kickoff, taking place at the City Ground. Can Keith Andrews take Brentford to a new height and into a good positive start next week? Taking on Nottingham Forest, who are a good side and into European football next season. For Nottingham Forest, managed by Nuno Espirito Santo, and it remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 here in our featured match this afternoon. Russ Vernon, your man, bringing you the commentary. Crystal Palace are slowly creeping back into this game. They go back into it with a penalty through Mateta, but then Frimpong turned it back into Liverpool's favour, who seem to be controlling proceedings right now. But Crystal Palace are trying to turn the screw and get back into it. And he's in towards Ekitike this time. It's at the Liverpool penalty area. It's at the Palace penalty area. Now Kirkus slips the ball into the box, the way by Margate. Only as far as Sabozlo finds Van Dijk. Now Jones. Ekitike around the corner. Gappo now. Kirkus. Now out to the far side and the ball in for Hugo Ekitike just over the top. Versi was with the ball in. And Hugo Ekitike can't keep the effort down. And it's into the crowd behind that goal there, and it remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. If you are just tuning into us here this afternoon. Delighted to bring you this commentary this afternoon. First commentary of the curtain raiser. I've not done one of these curtain raisers before in my commentary career thus far, so it's the first for me. And we'll bring you this curtain. We'll always bring you the Community Shield every single season when we are on air. And it's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. And now there is going to be a ball which will be pumped forward. We'll play this. And then there's a good movement round the corner. Can Liverpool come forward? Can Harte send it over the top? This just by using that Wharton. Good ball over the top towards Munoz out there, but Gappo's back there defending well for Liverpool. Munoz tries to get the ball off Gappo, but Gappo comes away with possession inside to Curtis Jones, midway inside the Liverpool off. I'll to this right hand side, near right hand side from where I'm looking to Frimpong. Back inside to Jones. Jones with the ball over the top of Ekitike. After Gappo's headed down, Ekitike into Salah. Salah trying to play the cross for Verts. He's cut out for a throw-in. Well, this is good bit of play again. And it remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. Frimpong takes it quickly out for a throw-in. It will go. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. We're just tuning into us here on the Commentary Hub. Also live on Commentary Hub 2. and my personal Twitch channel. If anyone was listening on Twitch and you're about to go out to work and you wanted to know how can I listen to the commentary while I'm out to work via Twitch and I don't want to leave my phone unlocked, I'll tell you about this in a moment. As he's past going forward, as in behind you. And Richie as it goes down inside the penalty area. No penalty, says Chris Kavanagh. I want to see this again. I'm not sure it was, but some Palace fans thinking it is. Here's the Bosley. Getting to Seps and Mitchell. Mitchell goes down and wins this side free kick. Let's look at this again. Is this a penalty kick for Eze? Let's have a look. Pushed down by Jones and Canate there. And I saw a decision yesterday when I was watching the Championship's back now, and it was in the game between Southampton and Wrexham. Southampton turned around to win 2-1 against newly promoted Wrexham. However, I'll tell you in a moment as the ball breaks off for Saboz's line down the penalty area. Back to Cody Gakpo, lines up a strike. Gakpo shots his ball by Hughes, who can clear the ball away for Wharton. Now Mitchell. In the Southampton game yesterday, Kiefer Moore was pushed over to the ground and the penalty kick was awarded. And same thing just happened there. Eze was pushed over to the ground, but no penalty kick was awarded. But the Leicester Crystal Palace attack was just there, go down due to the final pass. It remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. At Wembley Stadium. Judges tuning into us right now. 56 minutes on the clock is the minute that we're in. If you want to sync up, you can be seated in the section, so you can sync up with us. If you're watching it at home and you're listening to us. As Mateta's trying to get ready for Palace, but good piece of defensive play from Liverpool. And Alisson got it away. But Palace are coming back at them. Wharton wins inside a free kick. Foul by Florian Wirtz. Hughes is pushed over there by Hugo Ekitike. Advantage is played as Munoz has the ball on that far side. The right. He's back with Wharton. This time Wharton with the cross in. Saar is there. Can he keep the ball alive and in play? He can. Back into Hughes. We let him run for Mitchell. Hughes now has it. Gay. Good cross in. Flicked on. And flicked in. Oh, just wide. I thought that was it flicked in by Saar. But it's just wide. And Crystal Palace so unlucky there. Gay with the cross. Flicked on by Mateta. And just put wide by Saar. He may have been offside and that got in anyway. But Ismail Saar just exiting the wrong side of the post. So unlucky for Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace starting to turn the screw now against Liverpool. Liverpool still having chances, but there's a big chance there for Crystal Palace. Hughes with the header forward. Breaks off for Kirkes to win the ball back for Liverpool. Jones has it. He loses out, Curtis Jones. But Wirtz takes over. Ekitike back to Wirtz. Towards Gakpo. Richards is there. Ties up back to Henderson to clear away. Here's Mateta. Good order play from the Jean-Philippe Mateta, the big man up top for the Eagles. Lacroix back to Henderson. And so we have the ball forward. Mateta flicks it on. Looking for Eze. Van Dijk heads it away. Only as far as Hughes. Now Wharton. Richards has possession. Good ball there from Crystal Palace to keep hold of possession as the ball's over the top. And Mateta's come rushing out. Anderson come rushing out as Mateta was there. And he clears it out for a throw-in. Here's Sarr back to Munoz. Munoz will look to deliver a crossing back to Sarr. Sarr crosses, charge down and behind for a corner. Give off. Milos Kirkes. A good start. And it remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 in the game. Going for the Mateta again, the Eagles fans behind that goal, pumped up and noisy, gaining back in game to back the team as Wharton goes across to the corner from the far side. Can Crystal Palace find a way back into this game? Wharton it is with the corner. Gears it down, it comes off Richards as well. Shot back in, blocked. Behind through another corner, it's Eze with the shot from the edge of the penalty area. Mateta getting the crowd pumped up again. Behind that goal. He seems to be the ringleader, if anything, of the chancing thus far. 3 corners to 1 in favour of Crystal Palace. How the Palace fans would love that to be on the scoreline as well. It will be Wharton to deliver the cross into the penalty area. And Richards is there, heading into the arms of Alisson. Decent efforts there from Chris Richards. But coachable stop by Alisson in the end there. Headed away. There's Crystal Palace just tidy up, and now here comes Lacroix. Good ball over the top. Can't pick out a teammate though, and he runs through to Alisson. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. If you're just tuning into us here this afternoon, what a game this has been. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 in this game. Szoboszlai in possession for the Reds. Into Curtis Jones. Back into Szoboszlai. Liverpool in their own change strip of white today. Is now with Van Dijk for Szoboszlai. Who gives the ball away as Wharton charges forward. Alan Wharton. It's Eze. Shot in by Alisson again. Richie Eze there. Brilliant bit of play. And they're really there. Now they really should be. Another goal for Crystal Palace. 2 big chances in the second half there for the Eagles now. Richards headed from the corner. And that chance there from Eze. Here's Jones for Liverpool. Into Jeremy Frimpong, who looks to try and bring this forward. Good bit of play. Jones. Good movement here. Jones again. Round the corner for Frimpong. Tries to get it forward for Wirtz. And he does get forward for Wirtz. The ball stays in. He clears it off of Salah and Wirtz. And he goes out for a throw-in to Crystal Palace, whose fans are jumping up and down behind the goal, which they attack, which is away to my left-hand side as I watch in this game. Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 is the scoreline here at Wembley Stadium. What can they do here now? The ball is there for Van Dijk can head it away only as far as a throw-in to Crystal Palace. Can Palace get things back on terms in this game, which when they're playing the second half, it would be deserved. Remember that Chris Kavanagh is your match. Referee Paul Tini and Nicholas Upton, the VAR team today. James Mannerin and Wade Smith, the assistants, with Tony Harrington, the man holding up the board, being the fourth official duty. And now, what can Crystal Palace do here is Wharton. Good control from Wharton. He goes down, throwing the way of Palace. And they've taken it quickly off Crystal Palace. Lacroix. Gaiety. Now Eze. I wonder if Palace will change, roll the dice, or Glasgow will roll the dice soon, or will he stick with what he's got at the moment, trying to see if he can get back into the game as Allison comes out and claims. Balled out to Verts. Florian Verts loses out, and Palace have got possession back. Verts thought that should have been a free kick. I wasn't sure whether it was or wasn't a set piece. It is now Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2 in the Community Shield. It's now 2-1 to Liverpool in this game if you're just tuning into us today. Well, Liverpool are making a change. McAllister getting stripped and ready to come on. Just getting his shin pads on. It looks like Palace may be making some changes as well shortly by looks of it, or will they be? No, but it looks like Liverpool are making a couple of changes here, just trying to work out who they are. No, one is McAllister, just trying to work out who the other one is for Liverpool. Here they come again. What can Palace do with this? Hughes who's going down. Wins his side a free kick, will use. Good play that from the Palace midfielder. He's been excellent since he's come on for Kamada. Absolutely brilliant. I'll tell you one man who I think's been brilliant today for Liverpool, and let me know if you agree or not. But for me, one man who has impressed me for Liverpool today, Florian Wirtz. He's been magnificent. He's up there for player of the match, in my opinion, Florian Wirtz. Remember, player of the match this year, sponsored by Football Live. We will get that title very, very soon, I wonder. I'll let you know. Here's Mitchell. The ball into Eze. Good back heel. There to Gay. Now Hughes. Crossfield pass for Richards. Down it goes into the path there. Well, here is Lacroix. Good movement here from Lacroix. Good bit of footwork. Can Liverpool do well as the ball is played forward? Salah can't go on end of it. It's now with Henderson who clears way after a good piece of defending by Margate initially. Now is Dominic Szoboszlai for Liverpool. He's got Ekitike outside of him. He goes instead to Florian Wirtz, turns and then just penalty and fires into the Liverpool crowd. Behind that goal, and it remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. It's Endo and McAllister coming on for Liverpool. So we're going to have a drinks break here, but let's see who comes off. Who's coming on and coming off here for Liverpool. And the subs will be made very, very shortly. There's just a drinks break going off here. And everyone going across to the benches, having a drinks break. And we're waiting to see who's coming off for Liverpool. I can see there's Wataru Endo and Lexi McAllister coming up. Next game on the commentary we have got is in the Premier League. Unfortunately, we'll not be bringing you the Super Cup in midweek. We will bring you Nottingham Forest against Brentford next Sunday in the Premier League. Kick-off is at 2 p.m. for that one at the City Ground. Join us on air from around about 1:50 in the afternoon, British summer time or UK time. We'll just look at the goals again for Liverpool. There's Hugo Ekitike's goal, which was scored on 4 minutes. Here's a penalty for Palace, foul by Van Dijk on Sarr. Mateta steps up and sent Alisson the wrong way to make it 1-1. And then Frimpong with a chip towards the back post, put the ball into the back of the net to put Liverpool 2-1 in front of Leicester scoreline as it stands right now. As Endo is on the field of play now. Hugo Ekitike is one of the players coming off. And the other one is Curtis Jones. And coming on in their places are McAllister and Endo. And here is the confirmation on your screens at the top there of those substitutions for Liverpool. And there we get the confirmation on just on the screen says Liverpool go for a strike there. Dominic Szoboszlai with the effort, saved by Dean Henderson. It remains Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. Just joining Wears here on the commentary this afternoon. Ball is forward. It breaks towards Frimpong on this near side. Plays the ball infield to Ibrahima Konate. And Konate does well to find Van Dijk. This is a good bit of play this, as the ball is back now with Alisson. And the ball is played forward, headed away, will break down here, and the chance will come as Liverpool will try and come away with possession. Frimpong is the man down, and he's just bashed the turf there. Frimpong is bashing the turf here. Frimpong, and he's injured here, the new signing for Liverpool. Just looking at this challenge again, he got caught by Wharton and Endo. They both went for the ball there. Right on his shin. He's helped up now. His own teammate and one of the opposition sandwich him there. He's limping a little bit now, is Jeremy Frimpong. The ball is not back to Liverpool as they pull the ball out of play. Frimpong is not moving very well at the moment. Be interested to see what would happen if he went off, as it's still 2-1 to Liverpool, ball down the far side. Picked up here by Henderson. Who finds Mark Gaiety. Who will find McClure. Who will fetch his ball forth to Crystal Palace. Should Crystal Palace equalise in the next 17 minutes or so, 16 minutes or so, should I say, we will have a penalty shootout. No, we will not go to extra time. Here is Eze. What will do we both? Every game I've commentated on the channel since majority of them anyway, since we started. I've had goals in my games. So he's really been able to bring you some goals in this match. Liverpool 1, Crystal Palace 2. If you're just tuning into us right now, we'll keep you up to date with the finish how the latest is in the Championship. Let's have a look. See where the latest is in the Championship between Leicester City and Sheffield Wednesday. It's 0-0 on 11 minutes. It's 2-2 in Scottish Premiership between Dundee United and Hearts, and Hibernian and Kilmarnock. And he brings this game now. It's Crystal Palace 1, Liverpool 2. Good bit of play this from Crystal Palace, just to keep in the ball. Liverpool have played well, but Palace have played really, really well too. And you've got to say that Palace are in Europe next season, and you've got to say I think they'll be a force to be reckoned with in Europe to play like they've done today, because they're going to go to count themselves. They've not really been outplayed by Liverpool at any part of this game, as the ball is played across there. They had a flick. Tom brilliantly won initially over that far side by Will Hughes. And now with Munoz. Back to the aforementioned Hughes. And now the ball is with Mark Gaiety. The ball over the top header is was brought down, and will it be cleared away? The referee says no, play on. As Wharton sends the ball forward, he saw him behind, saw there, and he scored! Saw scored, and Palace are level. And Crystal Palace are back level in this game. 77 minutes on the clock. And Saw has scored, and it's 2-2. It's Desmond. What a game. What a game. What a moment. And we could end up going to penalties. Ismail Sarr. What a game. Take a bow, Ismail Sarr. We could be heading for penalty kicks. We could be heading for penalties. But Sarr finished off brilliantly enough for the post. And Crystal Palace are level at Wembley Stadium against Liverpool. It's Crystal Palace 2. It's Liverpool 2. And we've got a game on our hands now. Virgil van Dijk not happy. He's shaking his head. Liverpool somehow are pegged back again. As there's going to be a substitution. Mitchell is coming off for Crystal Palace. And coming on in his place is Souza. As your confirmation of that, there is Sarr levels this game. And just 2-2, and what a game. What a game, what a moment for Crystal Palace. and they couldn't, could they? They couldn't go on and get a winner. Here's Eze now. Ball in towards Saw. And it's Saw's in again. Saw! Deflects over for a corner. Saw is watching handball. So too does the Oliver Glasner. Let's have a look at this again. That is not handball. That does not strike his hand. Where here does this strike an hand? This is not handball. That is not handball, Glasner. Stop that now. If this is given as an handball, oh yeah, there it is. There's the handball by McAllister. We look like they're appealing against Kirkes. Well, the handball against McAllister is what they're appealing for, and that is an handball against McAllister. This could be a penalty kick. And VAR are checking. And it's against McAllister. If this is given, it's the correct call. I'll take back what I've just said a few moments ago, but if this is given, it will be the correct call, and they've not given it. How is that not a penalty kick? There it is, the confirmation. VAR, no penalty. We're to the final 10 minutes or so of this game. I don't know how that was not a penalty. That should have been a penalty for handball against McAllister there. Hughes snipes in and wins the ball back. We go down and play for the throwing. But that, to me there, should have been a penalty. It remains Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 2, and Harvey Elliott is about to come on for Liverpool. Can Harvey Elliott change this game around? The ball has been given away for a free kick to Liverpool. Alisson just sends the ball back over to that far side. All the free kick to be taken. And the free kick has been taken. And he's back with Alisson. Who clears this long downfield looking for Frimpong, who seems to have recovered from his injury he had a few moments ago. Eze's there. Push from ball against Endo. The referee, Chris Kavanagh, says no. Play will continue. And I think Portini and VAR got that one wrong for the potential penalty fan ball against Alexis McAllister. Here's Frimpong out wide. Wonderful bit of play. Low ball in. Shot in there and save in the end. It was Salah with the effort saved by Henderson. Decent effort. And Palace with Wharton trying to come forward here. Wharton across now to Gay, back to Lacroix as he looks to come forward. Goes back here now to Henderson. And Henderson will take a touch to Lacroix. Lacroix sends the ball long downfield, flicked header on. And the ball breaks in field. What can we watch here as the ball is trying to come forward? It's Sarr charging forward. Ishmael side towards the penalty area. Sarr still going. Low ball in, push back. Shot just over the top of the crossbar. And that really there should be 3-2 to Crystal Palace. Wonderful bit of play. Pulls it back to Jean-Philippe Mateta, who just sliced it. He leant back as he hit that there for Mateta. And that really should have been 3-2 to Palace. And it probably would have been. What a game we've had though. As it's going to be Florian Wirtz who will make way for Liverpool. and he's replaced by Harvey Elliott, who comes on to standing ovation for Verts. Standing ovation for Verts as he leaves the field. Harvey Elliott comes on to replace him, and Liverpool have made another change as well. Kirkes is off. Robertson is on. And Crystal Palace have made a change. Wharton is off. And on in his place is Jefferson Lerner. And what a hero they would be if they were to get a winner for their side. So then we've just come on now. What an hero they would be. Will we see a late winner, or will we have to go to penalty kicks? Brilliant chest down. Van Dijk sends the ball forward. He breaks into the path there of Henderson. Throws the ball out here now. Good ball, if forward, given away. Here come Liverpool with Elliott. Salah. Now into the path of Frimpong. Good ball again for Elliott. Frimpong once more. Back to Harvey Elliott. Back he goes to Konate. Van Dijk across to Robertson. Charged down by Munoz. Out for a throw-in to Liverpool. We're into the final 5 minutes of this game. Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 2. Good ball, if forward. He's out wide with Elliott charging forward. Good movement here now. It's out wide with Frimpong. Frimpong cuts in field. Back to Endo. Over back to Konate. Now here comes Van Dijk. Here's McAllister. Good bit of movement here. Szoboszlai. Wonderful bit of play from Liverpool. McAllister. Szoboszlai again. Endo forward. Elliott. Again. Endo now. Good ball out wide. It's Mohamed Salah for Liverpool. On this right hand side, cutting towards the penalty area. Low driven ball and it's cleared away. Beautiful round ball. Nothing given as Palace will try and come away with Ezen. He's pulled back by Mohamed Salah, and Salah may go into the booking, and he does. Salah picks up a yellow card here for Liverpool. What a game this has been. Will Liverpool find a winner? Or will Crystal Palace somehow find a winner? Or will we head to penalties? We're in the 87th minute of this game. And in the 88th minute, 87 minutes gone, should I say. The ball is played forward. Konate heads it away. Breaks down for Hughes. Wonderful challenge. What can they do here now? Can Liverpool come forward? They can't. There's been fouled by Munoz, but the free kick has been given to Liverpool, which they'll take with Robertson and send everyone forward. Robertson takes it to Van Dijk. Endo is there, takes a touch. Liverpool, I think they're fresh on their penalty takers. Here's Robertson. McAllister. Round the corner there for Szoboszlai. Robertson again. Szoboszlai once more. McAllister. Good ball from McAllister to Frimpong. Jeremy Frimpong does well. He's back now with Harvey Elliott. Elliott in field. Goes to Konate. Now Virgil van Dijk. Andy Robertson. Balling towards Cody Gakpo. Cleared away by Crystal Palace. Munoz. First round ball against Andy Robertson and is given. Andy Robertson. Good ball from McAllister. Now Virgil van Dijk. Andy Robertson. Balling towards Cody Gakpo. Cleared away by Crystal Palace. Munoz. First round ball against Andy Robertson and is given. A free kick for handball against Andy Robertson. As Chris Kavanagh. It's 2-2 between Crystal Palace and Liverpool. What will they do here? Henderson with the free kick. Sends this ball long downfield. Flicked on it away. He's headed forward again towards Sosa. Frimpong is there. Infield to Endo. Endo being forced by Will Hughes. That's 30 seconds of normal time. We are coming up towards stoppage time any second now. We'll see how many minutes will be added. Very, very shortly. It's cleared away brilliantly there by McAllister. There's Eze to Sosa. Eze again. Eze, wonderful run from Eze. Now Lerma. Hughes. Across now to Richards. Munoz outside of it. He finds Munoz. Back he goes to Hughes. We're into stoppage time. Ball in towards Eze. He's brought to Sosa. Sosa chips it in. And we're into 5 minutes at a time at the end of this second half. 5 minutes added. Will we find a winner? It's Salah down the left for Liverpool. Chance for winning potentially. Put behind. It will be a corner. McCrow across there. Defending really, really well. And there's a Mark Gay down here for Crystal Palace. Gay not happy here with the referee. Elliott. Okay, Salah here. Going for a corner. Mark Getty. I'm going to word with Chris Kavanagh, Harvey Elliott. Way to take this corner for Liverpool. Potentially try and help Onslaught side win it. There's going to be a substitution for Palace incoming very soon. Wool there. Sosa's in there. So too is Mark Gate. For Palace to try and defend this. Extending Robertson. More celebrating inside the penalties. Elliott to deliver. Headed away. Comes out to McAllister. Bosley! Saved by Henderson. Here they come again. Here's Hughes. Mulgay is down again here. Hughes is continuing for Crystal Palace. The ball is back. Oh no, Hughes puts the ball out. Gay is down. And Mulgay may have to come off here for Crystal Palace. And I think he's number 59 on the bench. Cardenas, who may be coming on. Mark Gate is the man coming off for Crystal Palace. And coming on in his place. Let's see if I can see. Is that going to be number 55, Devene, or 59, Cardenas coming on? I'm just trying to work out who's coming on here. Palace are just taking on a bit of water here. And the man coming on for Margate as the makes his way off the field of play, clapping the Palace faithful who've travelled in numbers across here. He hugs Mateta on his way off, and so too Sarr. Margate is off, and he's being replaced here by 55 Devene. And there is confirmation of that change on your screens now. Will Palace find a winner, or will Liverpool find a winner, or will we head to penalties? Wimpong. Ender around the corner is Elliott. Chips it to the far side and Andy Robertson. Liverpool potentially with one last chance to win it before we go to penalties if we can. And they can't come there. No! Salah was in there. Henderson came out to claim. But that would have been a brilliant ball from Andy Robertson and Salah scoring. But one of to cross it from just quite a few yards away from the penalty area. About 2 or 3 yards just inside the Palace arc. The header is forward. He breaks for Eze. Eze does well. He's out of play. We're throwing to Liverpool. 15 seconds of the added 5 to go. That's 10 seconds of the added 5 to go. We may be waiting. Maybe playing just a bit over that due to that injury to Morgan, that substitution when he took his time to come off. Frimpong taking his time to say this for Palace fans and players wanting him to hurry up. He's taking we played over the 5 minutes now. It breaks down. Can we get a lay with the breaks for Eze? Across now. A strike! Just wide! I thought that was going to be the winner from Devaney there. The substitute is supposed to be wide of the target. And Devaney so close. So unlucky from Devaney there. He just grabbed him wide. Eze in. And he puts him wide. And that would have been the winner. Surely if that gone in. It's Crystal Palace 2, Liverpool 2. Alisson sends the ball forward. Everyone looking at the referee. It's all over. It's 2-2. We are heading to a penalty shootout. Here on the channel. It looks like penalties will be on the way next. But a penalty shootout is on the way, I believe. So we're going to take a quick break and we're back when the penalties start here on the Commentary Hub. So join us shortly for the penalty shootout in this game. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the Community Shield. It's finished 2-2 after 90 minutes in this game. Ekitike up on the square for Liverpool on 4 minutes. So equalised from the penalty spot on... Commentators equalised from the penalty spot on 17 minutes. Frimpong put Liverpool back in front on 21. Saw made it 2-2 on 77 minutes. We're now going to be decided by spot kicks in this game. Who will win this game now? Penalty shootout decide who wins the Community Shield in this game today. Who will win this penalty shootout? I wonder. Penalties to come. Before we head to penalties, let me just say a very good afternoon to my good friend Mike Ornament. All good here, thank you, Mike. Hopefully you're doing well also, my friend. And Mike, yes, we did say penalties last night. Our friend Sam said we wouldn't go to penalties. Liverpool would win comfortably. How long was he, Mike? As we get ready for the penalty shootout to begin. Who will come out on top in this shootout in the Community Shield? The scoreboard up there is for the shootout. It has finished 2-2 after 90 minutes. We're now heading for a penalty shootout victory to see who comes out on top in this game. The referee just talking to the two goalkeepers, Chris Cameron talking to Dean Henderson and Alisson as they walk down to the end, which is housed by Liverpool fans. It will be Liverpool to go first in this shootout, it looks like here. On the shootout, we've got Liverpool first, Crystal Palace second. That was just a guess of who was taking the first penalty and who were taking the 63rd goal there, as I know Crystal Palace were the nominated home side for this game today. Just forgot to change on the scoreboard when I did it before we came on air today, so we had to quickly change it on the main scoreboard. But what a game this has been. And we're now heading for a penalty shootout to decide who wins this. Is Mo Salah against Dean Henderson. Can Liverpool score first in the shootout? Salah, he's blazed it over the top of the crossbar. And Mo Salah has blazed this penalty over the top of the crossbar. And that was an awful play, Salah. And it could be advantage Palace if they score this one. The man who normally takes penalties for Liverpool has just missed. What a miss that was. Crystal Palace now with Jean-Philippe Mateta. He's already beaten Alisson this afternoon from the spot in normal time. Can he beat him from the spot this time around? Mateta! Yes! The answer is yes. And Crystal Palace lead 1-0 in the shootout. What a good penalty that was by Jean-Philippe Mateta. Alexi McAllister. Winner. Can he get Liverpool's first penalty on board today? McAllister steps up for Liverpool. Alexis McAllister is saved by Dean Henderson. It's saved by Dean Henderson. Salah over the bar. Henderson with the save. Liverpool missed 2 penalties. What a save that was from Dean Henderson. He dove away to his left-hand side and he kept out Alexis McAllister from the spot. And now Crystal Palace have a chance to double their lead. And it's Eze, who's now got the captain's armband from Margate, who went off injured. Eze, dealing with a move to Arsenal. Can he score here against Liverpool? Liverpool Palace 2-0 up. Eze, he's missed. Eze has missed. It's still 1-0 Liverpool, still 1-0 Crystal Palace. I do not believe it. I moved off his line. He meant to do this again. We have to do this again. No is the answer. And now it is. Looks like it's Cody Gakpo for Liverpool. And Cody Gakpo scored. 1-1 now in the shootout. Sends Dean Henderson the wrong way. And Liverpool are now on the scoreboard in the shootout. Next up for Crystal Palace is this Star? We'll go this game to penalties. Ismail Assar, I believe it is. Yes, it is the number 7 for Crystal Palace. Ismail Assar. We're at 10 number 3 for Crystal Palace. Sarr! He scored! 2-1 up for Palace now. In the shootout. And Sarr runs across to Dean Henderson, gives him an ugly high five as he pulled the penalty beyond Alisson, who went the right way, was right in the corner, and nothing he could do about that one. And now, Liverpool's 4th penalty is by Harvey Elliott. And he will know if he misses, Crystal Palace will have the chance with their next spot kick to go and win this penalty shootout. Harvey Elliott has to score to keep Liverpool in this. Elliott is missed! Harvey Elliott has missed! So Crystal Palace will now know if they score this one, they will win the Community Shield. What a save from Dean Henderson. Who will take this for Crystal Palace? Who's taking this one for Crystal Palace now? This is a crucial penalty. And the penalty taker, I think it's Devaney who's come on from the bench. It's Sosa! It's in the bar! Sosa's in the bar! The Palace is attempt number 4. But Palace will know if Henderson saves this, they will win the Community Shield. All on this kick for Dominic Szoboszlai. Dominic Szoboszlai. He has to score to keep Liverpool in this. Otherwise, they will lose the Community Shield. So Bosley has scored. It's 2-2. All now, it's all down to this next penalty taker for Crystal Palace. Who is taking this penalty kick for Crystal Palace now? It will go to Devaney, the number 55. He has a chance now to win this game for Crystal Palace in the shootout. Devaney puts the ball on the spot. The youngster. Can he score here for Crystal Palace? Devaney, he has! Palace have won! Palace have won the Community Shield! 3-2 on penalties! Wow, wow, wow! What a shootout! What a game! Crystal Palace are the Community Shield winners. Wow, what a game! What a game of football! And Crystal Palace are the Community Shield holders and winners, beating Liverpool on penalties. What a game! Ekatike put Liverpool in front on 4 minutes. Saw the Mateta equalised on 17 from the penalty spot. Frimpong made it 2-1. Saw took it to penalties on 77. And then when he come down to penalties, what penalties they were. This is how it went in the shootout. Salah missed. Mateta scored. McAllister missed. Eze missed. Gakpo equalised 1-1. Salah made it 2-1 to Crystal Palace. Elliott missed. Souza missed. Szoboszlai made it 2-2. And then Devaney won the shootout for Crystal Palace against Liverpool in the Community Shield. We're going to take a break. But when we return, we'll be back with the trophy presentation as Crystal Palace beat Liverpool on penalties. 2-2 after 90 minutes. Crystal Palace win 3-2 on penalty kicks. What a game of football we have witnessed this afternoon. Welcome back to the Commentary Hub's coverage of the Community Shield as Liverpool walk up to receive their winner-up medals, followed by Crystal Palace, which will receive the trophy and get their medals. Surely, but Liverpool are just making their way up to get their winner-up medals this afternoon. Liverpool we were looking lottery of a penalty shootout that's what it was, the lottery there of the penalty shootout, and that's what happened in the end. There is Crystal Palace got the look in the shootout, win it 3-2, and are the 2025 Community Shield winners. There is Virgil van Dijk, who will then I'll be giving very shortly, because I'm not doing it just yet. I'm going to give you my player of the match very, very shortly, guys. So stay tuned, and I'll bring you that very, very soon. In the end of this game, we'll bring you the penalty shootout, so you can find out who gets the end of the trophy presentation. I'll give you my player of the match, because I'm just got the name there in the end to give you the player of the match. And the player of the match, I'll give you that in a second as we just show you the penalty shootout score. Again, there was the scoreboard there as we see Liverpool players coming back down after collecting their medals this afternoon. As we get ready to give you the player of the match in just a second. And player of the match is sponsored by the brilliant Football Live. Join the team on Blue FM on a Saturday afternoon from 3 o'clock till 5 o'clock. Yours truly, Russ Vernon, alongside Paul James from the Commentary will be on there this season. And we'll bring you the player of the match now as we watch it. And the player of the match will go to Crystal Palace's number 20, Adam Wharton, who played really, really well today and got a good performance from him in that midfield. He ran the midfield for the majority of the game until he went off. Adam Wharton, today's player of the match, sponsored by Football Live. As we now get ready to see Crystal Palace walk up there and go and collect their medals, which is the winners' medals. And we just see a shot of two former players who's working for TV here today, which is Joel Ward, formerly of Crystal Palace, and Steve McManaman, the former Liverpool manager. Ollie Glasner and his team making their way up to get their medals with an handshake and high fives to some of the supporters and people in the Port Streets director's box. Now there's fans there wanting high fives as they made their way up here now, and we can see this now. Wonderful scenes to see the players give high fives, and lovely to see the Liverpool players stand down on the pitch watching their counterparts walk up and go and get their medals. This afternoon, there's Eddie Nketiah walking up there, who's shouted in, waiting the matchday squad. She's out injured at the moment for Crystal Palace. But there's Henderson and Benitez talking to each other, walking up. Mateta, who got Palace level initially, so then going level again. Well, this has been a good game. High fives all the way up as they made the way. Sat in the royal box as they made their way down now. Ollie Glasner shaking hands and leading the Crystal Palace team down there. Wonderful achievement for him. Won the FA Cup and now won the Community Shield this afternoon. As we get the Clinton Morrison there, shaking hands with the former Crystal Palace player, shaking hands with the Palace squad as they walk past and get ready. Eze, but Morgay will be the player to go up last as he will be lifting the shield. Shaking hands as they walk past there. Daichi Kamada there as well. He played well today in that midfield. What a game Palace put in today. Fantastic shift. Deserved. There's Devaney, the winner who scored the winning penalty. There's Henderson being hugged by Steve Parrish. He's walking down as well. Lovely to see them all shaking hands as they walk down. Palace players, Morgay's right on the back there because he'll be collecting that shield very soon. There's a Menesa there, one of the youngsters. Adam Wharton, our player of the match there as well. Guinness again, the fans joining Philip, getting involved as they get ready now to lift up the trophy. All the shield should they say very soon. The shield is there. Clinton Morrison stood with the shield. Morgay right to the very back. Morgay's telling the players to move down so he can get into the middle. There he is, Morgay, right in the middle. Checking hands with them all. And now, Clinton Morrison, the former Crystal Palace striker, passes the shield to the current Crystal Palace captain, Morgay. He turns round, brings the Palace players in together, and then he will hold up the lift. The Community Shield to crown Crystal Palace 2025 Community Shield winners. Palace players and fans chanted Championes. Bodina, the penalty hero for Crystal Palace. Morgay went off injured, but he still managed to get up there to lift up the trophy, and Crystal Palace are the 2025 Community Shield champions. And the Palace fans enjoying this, and they'll enjoy it long into the night as they lift up this shield. Crystal Palace, the 2025 Community Shield winners, after beating Liverpool on penalties by 3-2 this evening. What a game of football we have brought you here this afternoon. I have been Russ Vernon, your match commentator for this game today. I hope you've enjoyed the coverage that we've brought to you this afternoon. And I'm going to leave you now with one final message, if you could do this for me, which would be very much appreciated, not just to me, but to the people as well who work on the channels. And I think you'd be very much appreciated to us here with the commentary as well, if you could do this one final favour, which you'll see coming across the bottom of your screen as we end our coverage today. Please do us a favour, go and like and subscribe to both YouTube channels, TC Hub 2 and Storm FM. Subscribe to our friends at Focus on Football and JB Sports on YouTube. And also like our Facebook page, facebook.com/The Commentary Hub. And also follow us on Twitter at Commentary Live 1. And we're now over on TikTok as well. The Commentary Hub 92 on TikTok over there. If you want to follow us over there. as well. Thank you very much for everybody who's listened to this game this afternoon. But before we go, I just want to say a big shout out to Michael's going today. Mike called Palace to win this one yesterday. He said he would. He said it to us yesterday that Palace would win on penalties. But before I do, I'm just going to say big shout out to Media Radio Jingles and Gaming. He says, good afternoon, Russ and everyone. Well, what a game of football that was to watch. I thought Liverpool would win that game, but Crystal Palace played really well this afternoon, just as they did in the FA Cup final in May. And I've got to agree with that, Media Radio Jingles and Gaming. Really good to have you back on the channel supporting us as you did last season. Thank you to everybody then. If you can do us a massive favour, drop a like down below, hit subscribe, and also go and search for Focus on Football and JB Sports, and go and subscribe to those on YouTube as well. And if you've listened on Twitch today, thank you very much to do so. Just one final thing for me to say before we go. Our next live offering comes from the Premier League next Sunday afternoon. Nottingham Forest against Brentford. Kick-off is at 2 p.m. next Sunday afternoon at the City Ground, and that'll be followed by Manchester United versus Arsenal. So one final thing for me to say is thank you very much for listening to our coverage this afternoon. Until next time here on the Commentary Hub, Storm FM, and my personal Twitch channel, Russ Vernon _92. Thank you very much for listening. And just one final thing, Media Radio Jingles and Gaming says, and your commentary, Russ, matched the game really well. Thank you very much, my friend. I really do appreciate those kind words. Well then, that's what we've got time for this afternoon, as Palace made their way back onto the field with the Community Shield to go and celebrate on the field and do the lap of honour showing the trophy, the shield, to their fans. But until next time, thank you very much for listening, and we'll see you next Sunday back on the channel with some Premier League action. Until then, it's goodbye from all the team here. Have a good rest of your weekend and have a good week ahead. Take care. Goodbye for now.